Hold up. Wait! Wait. Wait! Whoa. Wait.
Where were we?
All right, what's going on, guys? It is Alex ZBD, another episode of Wait, Where Were We? And we got a good one this week. This one's gonna be very interesting. I am with my old friend from high school, Miss Jennifer Tapiero. How are you doing?
Hey, guys.
So we have an awesome podcast today. So she's actually working for this new network called Sparkz. What do you tell me a little bit about Sparkz?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Alex. I really love the name of the show. That's really cool. I just relocated from California. I'm out here in New York right now. We're building a network called Sparkz, and we're just creating a lot of content for our programming every single day with different personalities, trending topics in the cannabis and health and CBD industry, entertainment, hip hop, and we're just bringing, a lot of perspectives to the internet when it comes to cannabis and CBD and the world of it. And there's a lot to explore. I worked in California in dispensary. I've also worked in, a licensed facility before, and I've worked for licensed THC brands, and I have my own CBD stories. So it's really exciting to now take that resume and help to create this network.
Yeah, it seems really cool. It's a great idea. I was just talking. What is he? Is he the COO?
Yes, he's the boss.
He's the boss man.
Yes.
So he was saying that he's kind of looking to create the bar stool of weed, which I think it's awesome. It's necessary, and the culture's come to a point where it's so spoken about and so outward. I feel like weed, even 5 years ago, was such a taboo thing to say. I don't know if 5 years ago I would even be promoting that I smoke weed on my podcast.
Right.
I would be scared that, what if the cops hear it? Then they're gonna wait outside my house. I was all this super paranoid when it came to weed, and now it's like, it's such an open topic that I love it. It's just that's what you need. You need open communication. If we're gonna have any growth,
in the industry,
in the industry,
any growth, we
need to start talking about it and conversing in a way that's not a taboo subject. It's just it's an herb. We should talk about it the same way we talk about basil and cilantro. Like, why are we talking about it like it's some demon flower,
Definitely.
So I like that this network is kind of just like
bringing
that to the forefront of like people's minds, and education and fun and learning and interviews, and just like it's a really cool thing.
Yeah, you should definitely stay for the show and check us go live.
Yes.
We're going to be going live with my co-host Jasmine Lobe, and we're going to be live from New York City. So if you want to stick around and hang out and watch us do our thing, you're totally invited.
I'm down. Come on the show, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Definitely.
We'll have you crash the show.
Let's do it. I'm crashing.
That's super cool. So yeah, you guys can follow me. It's at Jennifer Tapiero, celebrity TV host from Hollywood that just moved back to New York. It's great to be here. And we have our new network, which is all about around the world of cannabis and what's trending. And we have this new programming coming, so hopefully you guys will tune in and check out our live show on the web. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Make sure you check it out, Sparkz Network, and let's get into this interview. We'll bring in Jasmine. And
yes, we'll bring in Jasmine.
Let's get things started.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alex.
Cool.
You're the best.
No doubt. This is gonna be awesome.
This is gonna be awesome.
Where were we?
Hey guys, welcome back to the conversation. I'm your host Jennifer Tapiero,
And I'm your host, Jasmine Lobe.
Wow, that was so much fun. Hanging out with Brian, MMLG.
So informative.
So informative.
It's like a walking encyclopedia.
Seriously, thank you, Brian, for helping us make sense of the cannabis industry. I absolutely love it. If I ever want to open up a dispensary, I know who to call.
I know. And we know what not to do.
Yeah, joining us in the studio right now, he is a cannabis connoisseur and a friend of mine from high school, actually. Alex
I
Abidi
love
joins
that.
us.
We go
From
back.
high school?
We go way back.
We go back
This is
far.
in Jersey?
Yeah, in Manalapan, New
Manalapan,
Jersey.
New Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Little Manalapan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Manalapan?
It's crazy. Manalapan.
Manalapan.
Manalapan, if you've never been
We've
there.
Manalapan.
come a long way. You've traveled a lot since
Yes.
being in high school to just. I mean, I think you. Where were you living? Italy?
I was living in Florence for a little bit.
Wow.
I studied abroad out there, and then I wound up making some connections in nightlife and in like student travel, and we just got addicted to Italian lifestyle and pizza and wine.
I just had pizza. We just had pizza for lunch, so
That was
I
delicious.
hear you.
I have
Some of
pizza
our
for
favorite
lunch
lunches.
probably every day.
Pizza
It's almost
is
every
great.
single
Can we
day.
just like
I wonder
all
about
agree?
who-
I mean,
was
we're
the
in New
best
York.
pizza in New
This is
York?
the home of pizza next to Italy.
The
Next
Mill.
to Italy.
I think the Mill has very good pizza.
The Mill.
Yeah, the Mill.
Oh,
Mill. Where's the mill?
I've never had that.
The Mill's on 52nd Street. It's very good.
Right here,
Like down.
next door. It's actually next door. We're also
We actually had it today.
We're going live on my podcast as well right now.
Oh,
we're dual
fantastic.
casting right now.
We're going live on his podcast while we're live streaming.
Oh
This
my
is
God,
like
this is-
multitasking
yeah, this is
millennial
like-
stuff to
This
the
is it.
fullest.
Yeah, this is like all woo stuff.
Crazy.
All right,
so
let's-
welcome to my podcast.
Yeah.
guys.
Hello, podcast.
Yeah,
Hello,
this is
the
Wait, Where Were
podcast.
We?
What's what? Who's who?
Yeah, I love that.
No,
Who,
almost.
what,
It was
when, where,
close.
why?
It was close. Very
wait,
close. A
no,
lot of
no,
W's. No, I know.
What's your podcast
It's
called
called Wait, Where Were We?
Wait, Where
so there
Were
are
We?
there are a lot of W's in that
Yeah.
as well. But
Who,
yeah.
what, when, where, why?
Who, what, when, where, why,
Were we?
and sometimes how.
So let's get right into cannabis trending news right now, and of course, what's happening in the music industry. John Mayer is saying goodbye to alcohol and hello to a new cannabis lifestyle. He was talking to MaryJane.com. He actually just gave up alcohol, which he's had a troubling past with, and he's now consuming cannabis, and he feels very happy. I guess we can call this new record "Slow Dancing with a Burning Joint."
That's
like
amazing.
that.
That's
Well done.
like it sounds like has a much healthier lifestyle.
A much healthier lifestyle,
Oh, yeah.
and he's, he is super talented.
And alcohol can make people angry, like really sort of out of control, and it's it's
Oh, yeah.
totally
Super dangerous.
So it can be really dangerous.
Abused really easily, like versus marijuana, which very rarely is abused and can really not harm you in any way like alcohol can. Like you can go to a liquor store right now and spend $50 and die tonight, knock on wood, hopefully you don't.
Right,
But you cannot, there's no amount of weed you can smoke in a single sitting that's
Unless
going to kill you.
You get into a car.
Well, yeah, I'm saying like
So,
the
right.
actual drug itself,
Right. Yeah,
like you can
absolutely.
get alcohol poisoning,
Right,
can't get weed
right.
poisoning. I've never heard of weed
Really
poisoning.
can't?
As far as I know, I hear you have to smoke your body weight in
That's
weed.
a lot of weed.
Try getting through 1 pound. Try getting through a quarter pound. Good
So
luck.
good job, John Mayer.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
fantastic.
That
That's
is
fantastic.
more than exciting. Seriously, for him to feel happier, and of course, he, right here on MaryJane.com, he was just basically talking about his love for cannabis, and
I wonder if he
stopped
recently
drinking.
discovered it, or if he had been doing it all along, or what sort of spurred that shift.
Listening to his music, I'm pretty sure he's been doing it all along. He definitely has been enjoying the marijuana, but
Definitely.
maybe replacing alcohol with it is definitely the move. If you made me choose right now, I would definitely choose weed over alcohol. If I had
Yeah.
to choose one or the other for the rest of my life, and I could only do one or the other, it's a no question.
He actually, in March, he told the New York Times that he was very thoughtfully entering cannabis life after ditching his troubled love affair with alcohol. And in a new interview published this week by Rolling Stone, John Mayer, now in the last year of his 30s, confirms the switch, and now he's, of course, obsessed with cannabis. He said, "I put cannabis where drinking used to go, and the quality of life has gone up considerably." Mayer told Rolling Stone, "Drinking is a effing con. How much is enough? Every time I drank, I was looking for some sort of regulated amount. It almost feels wrong for me. I always felt like I went overboard. I said 2, now it's 3, now we're at 4 and 5. I never had a serious issue with it, but I remember looking around going, this feels rigged. I'm taking a break. There's never an amount that felt like I was succeeding at life. It always felt wrong."
Wow, that's clear.
It's good to come out like
Yeah,
that and
seriously.
admit that and be like, be above the alcohol and above, the stigma that comes along with like being sober, like I feel like going sober, people are always like, oh, they think you're weak, like you have no control over your own.
Yeah, now John is like
intake.
high and mighty, like feeling good.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. So, thank you.
Probably get some
for
nice
sharing.
maybe
John.
Do you
reggae-infused
drink
music.
alcohol?
I do. Yeah, I drink
Do
alcohol.
you drink alcohol
yeah.
at all?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very
I can
limited.
barely drink. I have like one glass, and I get sick. I wasn't always like that, but I get a headache, or the next day I'm depressed. So
Isn't that a sign?
You know,
It's
yeah,
like a sign
I think, and so
that
I
you should
sort of
not be
take
doing
it
that.
as a sign that alcohol really isn't for me. Although I still try and have it like once a week. I'll have something just to like keep my tolerance at all. But yeah, it's like you have to listen to your body.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know?
And that's saying something. If
It
you wake
really
up and you're
is.
not feeling good, it's like, well, this
Yeah.
can't be good for me.
Right.
Tequila for me is the sorry. I keep wanting to talk. Imagine if I just start like throwing back tequila. I don't drink at all. No, but
That
what
soda
is in that
smells
bottle?
differently,
vodka.
right? I don't see any
yeah,
bubbles. Where the
right.
bubbles at in that?
No, I was gonna say, but tequila for me is usually the one that least gives me a hangover. But
Ooh, I
anyway.
can't even smell tequila. It makes me literally nauseous
Yeah.
upon
No, I
smelling.
can.
I actually like tequila, you guys.
Yeah.
I actually like tequila.
I'll be honest. It's just not my. I drink anything else. Just not
Anyway,
tequila.
sorry. What were you gonna say? I cut you off.
I was
didn't
going
mean
to say a while back, actually, there was a company called Mary Jane Wines, and they gave me a bottle of their cannabis-infused wine, and I actually never opened it because I feel it's going to be worth $1 million. I'm like, yeah.
an
Maybe you should just
licensing.
drink it.
No, I'm keeping it. So for my future
Okay.
kids and grandchildren, I'll be like, look, it was cannabis wine.
And then by the time you open it, it's gonna be like sour and.
There's going to be a lot more cannabis-infused
Yeah.
wines to come out. I think you could enjoy that one
I
before it
think you
spoils.
should go home tonight.
No, it's in California, you guys.
Go home
On
to
a-
California.
in a glass
Take a red eye.
and get
Just
that red
for the
wine.
wine.
Just get that wine. Take another red eye back.
And share it with us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Not.
That's cool.
I'm keeping it for my future children
Okay.
because it'd be worth $1 million.
Yes, you should give it to your future children for sure.
I like that. So tell me what do you guys like? What's Sparkz all about? Like I want to know what. I know I'm interviewing you on your show right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sparkz is all about
dueling
sparking ideas for the next generation, inspiration, positivity around the cannabis industry, CBD, wellness, and just
Education. You know, because I don't really smoke cannabis.
Yes.
So, you know, but I'm very into CBD oil and CBD. So
Yeah,
I'm
she's our
learning
CBD
as
queen.
well, you know,
Nice.
and so that's part of it too. And
Yeah.
she's much more knowledgeable. I mean, you worked at a dispensary but
and I worked in distribution, distributing products, and I worked in facilities and manufacturers. I was a part of the cannabis industry for the past 5 years in California. But
I didn't know that. I had no idea you were working in the industry like that.
yeah,
That's
so-
super cool.
Yeah, entertainment and
and
cannabis.
she has an interesting story about how she got into cannabis.
Yeah, I actually took a fall down the stairs, and then I was able to heal myself naturally with the right recommendations from friends and people that I was just going to in the industry that were mentors. They kind of, thank God, they gave me great recommendations to the right products that helped me heal.
That's awesome.
Instead of somebody trying to sell me something.
Or like
Right,
opioids,
just make
which,
money
you
off
know,
right.
Which
there's
they-
a
they-
crisis right now.
Such
It's
a
terrible.
crisis, such a
Especially
crisis.
where we went to high school is like ranked
really?
one of the worst towns in America for opioids.
Yep.
It's insane. I think 8th in the nation, right?
I wonder
It's really
why
insane.
there. Like, what do you
I-
think it is
I think
about
it's
where you guys
affluence.
grew up?
I think it's like the money. Like there's a lot of money there, so there's boredom. You know, so it's like it's just safe. It's like a nice
Boredom and
little
money.
suburban. Yeah, like you can't get in any real trouble, so you make your own trouble
Right.
by ODing on drugs. It's terrible.
That's why when people
It's really
say,
sad.
"What was it like growing up in New York City?" Like, there's so much going on that it's, you know, like people don't get in as much trouble. I don't think.
Right.
Maybe it's different when you're a boy. Like, you know, my brother got into trouble at times, but you know, as a woman,
Right.
girl, it was a little different. But
Yeah, in suburban areas, I feel like that's more prevalent. Just because, what else are we gonna do? What are we doing?
Right,
It's Friday
exactly,
night.
yeah.
Like, and someone's like, "Well,
Yeah.
I got these drugs," and it's
Right.
like that's the
Yeah.
beginning of the end, you know.
sit in a parking lot and
Yeah.
get wasted.
So I mean, you know, I'd rather sit in a
There's
parking lot,
movie
smoke a
called
little weed, go
Suburbia
see
or
a
something
movie.
where people just sit in a parking lot and get wasted.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a fun movie to watch. I'd be good on that.
Yeah.
There is definitely an epidemic out there.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I mean, our young generation is completely struggling with this.
Listen,
Yeah.
when you're in chronic pain and you're in pain, like you will like do anything to get the pain to go away. So I
100%.
understand that impetus, you know, but if you can have cannabis instead,
Yep.
how amazing is that?
Yeah, a friend of mine, I had him on my podcast recently. He was hit by a car
Oh my goodness.
walking, and took out both of his legs. Not like gone, but I'm saying the doctor said he may never walk again. He wound up getting rods in both of his legs. So they had him on crazy amounts of opioids and really like drugged up heavily, and he wound up becoming crazy addicted. That led to heroin and led to like months of just like in stories that you would like, you're like, how's there not a movie or a TV show about you right now?
Right. And
Like
doctors
crazy things.
prescribe so
How's
much.
he doing now?
Right. So they actually this week, that's what I was gonna say. This week he just finally in Jersey, I guess they're manipulating laws in ways for at least for physical ailments, because I know it used to be like strictly cancer, strictly like chronic illnesses. Now chronic pain, I guess, is added to that list. And he just got his card and just bought his first round of medication this week. So
That's amazing.
And we'll check back in
great.
with you to see how
Yeah.
he's feeling after the, because it really is consistency with taking your medicine. So I would
That's
love to
what I've
check in
heard.
with him in 3 months and see how he's
Consistent, you mean
doing.
it builds upon itself.
Yeah, so you really want to use the product consistently as medicine.
So then someone that might not, just be starting to take CBD or cannabis, like they need to give it a little bit of time for it to build up in their system.
Of course.
Okay, so that's really good to know.
Yeah, I'd love to check back in with you, Alex, and see how your friend is doing
for sure.
in a couple months after, of course, using medical cannabis and how he feels.
Yeah, I mean,
Compared to how he
definitely,
felt before.
it has to help. It's gonna have to
Yeah.
help the pain. There's no question. I mean, I feel it just like I get like back pains and things, like instantly heals that slightly, at least for the moment, at least momentarily. CBD creams and things are like, so helpful now. But I feel like
Definitely.
a super high grade dose of real THC without any bullshit or pesticides or nasty additives, like that's gonna do the trick more than anything else, I'm sure.
Yeah, I actually wanted to show you guys some products because I'm really getting big into this like hemp skincare.
Oh, you've been using it what, like a week or so, or 2 weeks?
This
Your
is a
skin
new
is
product.
glowing.
This is a product I want you guys to check out.
Okay.
Tell me what you think about it. It's called Kana Beauty. And so this is an all-natural hemp product. It's purple rice hemp sleeping mask. And I just wanted you guys to take a look at it. Like smell it, feel it, check
And
it
so
out.
this is a mask for just
for your face.
But
So
is
this is gonna be-
what is it?
This is
kind
going
of
to promote
gives you
circulation, anti-aging, smooth the wrinkles. It's going to make your
Hydrating.
Yep, and even out your skin tone. How do you like the smell of it? The packaging.
Oh, I love it. It smells a little bit like like the beach sunscreen.
Oh yeah.
But like in a good way, not like.
Kana Beauty, and you can find them on Instagram.
Oh, it's really lovely.
So I
Smells nice, huh?
I'm gonna
I don't know.
touch
I've
it.
never used a mask before.
You wanna put some on- you wanna put
I've
some on
always
our
wanted
faces?
to. I've always wanted to
Yeah.
do like cucumbers on my eyes and like the whole nine. I got my first pedicure last week.
Where you? Oh, you did.
That was magical.
We're gonna try
was
it.
I suggest
Where are you
all
gonna put
men
it?
get
I'm gonna put it on my cheek.
pedicures,
And
by the
then-
way.
See how we
Every
feel.
month?
Oh, it's cold.
Nice. And
It's
manicures?
Cooling.
Yes, support. It's amazing. It was one of the most beautiful feelings.
We're actually gonna just put on
And
this.
do we have?
to pamper themselves too?
Exactly.
That's right.
Men need some pampering. That's,
And
that's
do
a real
we
thing.
do we have to take this off, or does it stay on?
This is like really brightening, and it's
I'm
kind of
gonna
like a
do this.
natural glow. Here, you want to? No,
But
not
is
right
this
here.
something that
Into
you
there.
like wash off, or is this
Yeah.
something that just stays on your face?
All right. I'm getting in it.
This would be something that you would wash off. So it says, for centuries, purple rice was set aside for Chinese emperors and royal families. Now they've created the perfect synergy between purple rice extract and licorice root to promote level of hyaluronic acid.
Wow.
So it says, put on clean skin, pat gently, leave it on overnight. So you guys, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wash this
Leave
off.
this on for the night.
Wash it off with warm water next morning. How are you feeling? I mean, it feels like cool and
It feels cool. Actually, it feels firm too.
it feels because it has hyaluronic acid.
And what does hyaluronic acid do?
Hyaluronic acid is very good for your wrinkles. Helps to get in there and smooth everything. It's like the healing.
Maybe I could use some of this. I smile a lot. I got squinty eyes, I get like these things going, and all right, I'm about to be that dude that just wears masks.
Yeah, and you were talking about your pedicure while we were putting on face masks.
Yes.
So tell us,
Oh my
was your
God.
pedicure good?
I loved it. I loved it until they started getting scrapey.
Right. Did they give you a hand massage as well?
I don't think I got it. I didn't get
You
the
didn't get a hand massage?
No. That's messed up. They
That's
massaged
messed
my
up.
feet though, nice and deep though. It
Wait,
was
so you
really
got a
good.
pedicure too?
Just a pedicure. No
Oh, I
manicure.
thought you said you got a manicure.
No, pedicure.
Oh, I heard manicure.
Oh.
Access the high.
Oh, shout out to Access the High. He's actually tuning in right now.
Hey, Access the High.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
Anybody else that we could shout out right now? Mass Roots.
Yeah.
Everybody out there
good.
that's tuning in. This is Sparkz Network. Make sure you're following us. And of course, every day we're going live with all this great,
Oh yeah,
amazing.
You guys, we should plug you guys so that people could follow you on all the social media.
Absolutely.
Definitely. You guys can follow us at Sparkz Network with a Z. And of course, you can follow my Instagram at Jennifer Tapiero, Tapiero.
And my Instagram is Jasmine, Jasmine, and then Lobe, Lobe.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Perfect. So, oh, my mic just dropped out.
Mic just dropped. Drop the mic.
Mic drop. Unintentional. Are we good?
Yeah, we're about to say goodbye to our viewers, but it's been so much fun.
I know. This has been wonderful. And what's this, real quickly?
This is regeneration serum. So
That
there's
looks good, too.
It's amazing. So it's derived from the barley plant. It has EGF, epidermal growth factor. It's a high-performance anti-aging ingredient that promotes skin elasticity. So the hemp phytocannabinoid, when you're combining with the EGF together, brings back supple and bouncy skin. It's lightweight and non-greasy, non-oily.
Oh, this
and you can
smells
wear
so
this under
good.
foundation and powder.
Oh, my God. Oh, whoa.
All right, let me get in there.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me smell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. What is that? I want that. I want to smell like
Wow.
that all the time.
Smells like a spa.
Ooh.
Check it out, Kana Beauty.
What is
We're gonna try this out, and in a week, I'll let you guys know how my skin feels.
Yeah, we'll see if it works as well as it smells.
Seriously, and it's been such a great week.
Oh,
we've
my
had
God.
so many
We've had
great
an amazing
moments.
week.
We've hit markets and street fairs. We've talked to investors and CEOs. We've talked to regular people. Recognize and I actually hit the street this week to talk about the big thing, tobacco versus cannabis. And we actually went up to people and New Yorkers that were in a rush heading to work, stopped them in their tracks to ask them the burning question, tobacco versus cannabis.
And what did people say?
Some people were for it, some people were not for it. A lot of people were really opinionated, talking about legalize, let people out of jail. There were so many things that people had to say. But for me, I don't like the smell of tobacco. So why are you allowed to light up a cigarette in the middle of New York City, but you're not allowed to light up a cannabis joint? I actually was going out to people and asking them that.
Yeah.
So
Although you do walk around New York City and there's cannabis smell everywhere.
everywhere.
Not mad at it.
Yeah. But
What did you think some of the best moments were so far in this week's show?
I mean, I think like talking with you, like we can't stop talking. I'm starting to get delirious. And and just you're such a positive person, so it's just very uplifting, and we've just all had
I'm
so much
paying her
fun.
to say this about me. Hey, Ann.
And just meeting all these great people, and then the street fair / market.
Yeah.
And the smells. Great smells.
Great
All of our
products.
senses have
Yeah.
really been sort of
Checking out Omnia CBD out here on 52nd Street, who was doing very well, selling his CBD products. A lot of people were coming by, making those sales.
Yeah.
It's just great to see the CBD
Yesterday
market
we were
just
talking
booming.
about being like present in the moment. I feel like it's been like a whole journey.
You're so cute. Well, Alex, it's been nice hanging out with you.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for
It's
having
been
me on, guys. This is
fantastic.
great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been amazing. And of course,
Fantastic.
we're going to be back every single day. We don't go live on the weekends just yet, but soon you guys can stay tuned to that.
Amazing. We can't wait to see you on Monday.
Yeah, and if you have a cannabis story or if you know somebody that wants to get into the industry, we'd love to hear from you. I want to know your cannabis story. And of course, we want to hear your healing stories and success stories, like your
Yeah.
friend who in Jersey unfortunately had an accident.
We want to check in with him
Yeah.
because I'm sure that he's going to feel a big difference.
For sure. We're going to Salem this week for Halloween. So I'll ask him how he's feeling. He started taking his meds
Send
this
us
week.
For the
maybe
witch
a
trials?
video.
Yeah. Well, for the at least the
Right. Yeah.
we're gonna get a little tour
You're gonna
action
get-
going.
yeah.
Hopefully meet a ghost. Maybe 2. I don't know. I'm trying to have a real haunted experience. You ever have a ghost experience?
Ghost OG experience.
Ghost OG? Is that a
That's a
strain?
Oh,
That
yeah.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a strain.
we have a sampleable. Is there sampleable?
We're not growers. We have no samples.
You guys.
Have you
California,
ever had a
you guys get
ghost
very lucky.
experience?
Personally, have never, but I have a picture I could show you after on my computer a friend of mine went into it's an abandoned factory where a bunch of basically women died. There was a fire. They got locked in. Women wound up jumping off the top floor, dying.
God.
Like 50 plus deaths in this
When
place.
was this?
This was back probably 50 plus years ago, maybe 60 years ago, the factory. But my friend went back maybe 10 years ago and was just taking pictures in empty, like, recade rooms. Didn't see anything, didn't experience anything, feel anything. Went back through the photos on the camera and saw this figure in the back doorway.
Oh,
and I saw the picture on the
Chills.
camera. Oh, wait till you see this picture. You're going to freak the fuck out. Sorry, I don't know if we can curse on here.
It's okay.
fine.
We're live.
Okay.
It's okay. We're live in social media.
It happens. But basically, it's dark. You can't really see, but it's fully human shaped. It has these white dots for its
I'm
eyes.
scared.
No, well,
I'm
check it out.
scared.
It goes
How do you
deeper.
know it
It goes
wasn't, like,
deeper.
photoshopped?
No, well, I was on the camera. I looked at the reel. I was looking at the photo she took off her camera. And I'm like, give me that photo now. Took that photo. Went to a friend of mine he's a photographer. He also is very like paranormal investigating.
Wow.
Gave him the photo. He opened it up in like Photoshop and just tweaked the levels, right? So pulled the levels down where everything should go white. All right. So when you tweak a photo and you pull the levels down where everything should go white. Doesn't matter how dark black something is. It could be pitch black. It should go white. All that happens is everything in the room goes white, but the figure gets darker and darker and more prominent to the point where everything is white, and this thing is just pixelated black.
I'm getting chills.
Like the camera didn't recognize and wasn't picking up anything in this space. It's so scary that I got to a point where, first of all, I have chills talking about it.
I have chills.
When you see it, you're gonna freak out, and I got so scared that I didn't even want to share this picture like on the internet or with people because I'm like, this ghost is gonna find me and haunt me through the internet. I'm like, we're at a point
Maybe
now.
we shouldn't see this photo.
I already have it. I already have it. You'll see it. It's here.
And Halloween.
Yeah,
Just
legit.
because it's here doesn't mean I have to see it.
It's gonna come out of the computer. No, I mean,
We're like 6 days away from
think we're-
Halloween. What are you guys doing for Halloween? What are you
that.
getting dressed up as?
I'm trying to figure it out. Sometimes I go as a brunette.
Oh God!
like that.
I'll go
I
as a
like that.
blonde.
nice. I like that.
But like I have a brunette wig. So
Okay.
I'm trying to, what could I be as
Me.
a brunette? Be you.
I like that. You should be
I'll
each
be
other
Jennifer.
for
You be
Halloween.
Jasmine.
Wow.
What's CBD?
And we should come in with like I'll bring. is marijuana and hemp the same thing? I'm so confused. They have flowers on them?
Are these real questions you've asked in the
Yes.
past?
Yes.
I like
That's
it.
just that I still kind of don't fully know.
She's our
But-
correspondent. That's Cannacurious.
Yeah, I'm Kana
I like
Skincare.
And
that.
I'm the Cannasseur. So together,
yeah.
it's like the
The
best.
Cannasseur and the Cannacurious.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, hold on. That's amazing.
Great.
You have to have a podcast.
We do.
We're
have
on
a
it
show.
right now.
Well, yeah, this
Yeah.
show, but also audio. I'll just go
Right,
audio. But people would love it. That's a great. I like that balance
I'm
right
kinda
there.
really out of it.
Yin and
Yeah.
yang.
Yin and yang. Well,
Yeah.
Alex, where can we find you? What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is AlexZBD, not CBD. Z. I know we're very heavy
That's
CBD
really
discussion.
funny.
A part of me thinks I always wanted to start my own, now CBD's popping, I'm like ZBD, CBD, and then hearing the guy before talk about
Hey,
how hard it is
it's so
to get in the
meant to be.
industry. Are we freestyle rapping? Uh-oh.
CBD, ZBD, it's meant to be.
Yes, I like it. I like it. Let's go. I'm going to save that. That's going to be my new theme song.
It's totally meant to be. I love it. So you can follow
Meant to
him,
be.
Alex.
Alex
Zabidi.
ZBD, and my podcast is
ZBD.
called Wait, Where Were We? You can find me at 8.
How did you come up with that name? Wait, where were we?
Like I said, I
Smoked
smoke a lot
before
of.
and he's like,
Wait, where were we? wait.
She's
who
not
am-
wrong.
or you could be like, wait, who am I?
Wait, who am I? That's like if
Too
you do
existential?
mushrooms, I
Okay.
guess. That would be if you had a mushroom podcast.
Okay,
Yeah, that's very existential.
Okay.
Wait, who am I? no, but pretty much I smoke a lot of weed, as we said. I like to talk, as you can tell. And I get lost in conversation very easily. So I'll be talking to you about this or about that, and then we wait, where were we? What were we talking about?
Right.
Okay, right, this. So it's constantly jumping back in conversation.
Are
So
you a Gemini?
I'm Aquarius.
Okay.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm outside.
I know, we just have different like signs that we decide we wouldn't date again.
signs that we need to be in.
So you wouldn't
Signs
date my
of
sign?
signs.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Signs
Feelings
that we
officially
shouldn't talk
hurt.
to that sign.
Feelings hurt.
We talked about astrology yesterday on the show, and you fit into the category.
No,
of
you
who
know
should I
what?
talk
There's
to.
never say never.
Why?
Wait, what
What's
just
wrong
happened?
with?
Where
I'm
are we?
confused.
Where were
Wait,
we?
where were we? See, I don't know. My with astrology, like I only know my own science things. Like I don't care enough to go and study like other people's stuff because I'm like, it's not me. Like, it's too much knowledge to take on. There's so many, like, I forget my own
There's
traits.
a lot. And you can't like live by it at all. My
Exactly.
God.
If you live by that, like,
no,
drive you nuts.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You have been so fun.
This has been such a blast.
Such a blast.
Thank you for having me
guys
on,
are
guys.
amazing. Thanks for watching the show.
you so much.
ZBD in the
ZBD.
house.
Thank you so much,
All right,
guys.
we're gonna say goodbye. Thank you so much for
Bye.
checking out the show. Next week
Bye
we're
for
back.
now.
Bye for now, but we're coming back.
We're coming back.
See you
Ciao for
later.
now.
Ciao for now. ZBD.
CBD meant to be.
Meant to be.
Hey.
Hey.
Woo.
Bye, guys.
All right. You guys are still. We sound like you're talking.
Well, we could still be talking because we're still on the
is that
podcast.
right? Oh, right.
So let me interview
Yeah.
you guys a little bit real quick.
All right, great.
So
That's right.
Jen, I know
Okay.
a lot about you. Mm-hmm. So let's. When was the last time I saw you? Actually, before I guess we had that. You had that event.
Hold on one sec.
Oh, well, let's jump to
Okay.
you then over here. She's a busy
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
So when did you start working here at Sparkz?
A couple weeks ago, or about a month ago, or something.
nice.
Yeah,
Super
it's been
new.
very exciting. Just watching how everything's been developing, and it's
That's
like
awesome.
it's happening so quickly, and it's
It's
amazing.
4:30.
Yeah, that's
So-
yeah.
Oh,
see, it
let me
seems
look.
like
And then
So we're-
Jennifer and
Great
I
idea.
like met, and we totally hit it off, and it's just been so much fun. Like it's just a blast talking to each other. And
Oh,
talking about,
852 viewers.
you
Not
know,
bad.
deep issues
I'm gonna be
and
downstairs
you know
That's cool.
fun things and everything. You
yeah.
know?
It's like seems like pretty open ended. Like you
Yeah.
guys can kind of go anywhere and do anything. And that's did you
yeah.
come from a broadcasting past or?
Yeah, so I have a column in the Observer. I write a relationship column,
Nice.
and you know, lately it's become a little bit more sort of feminist / Me Too / you know, a little more political because it's really hard to talk about dating without being political these days.
This is true.
But you know, and then I also was an actress in Hollywood for 6 years and in New York as well. So I have a
Cool.
past in being an actor, and I've done a bunch of hosting, and so it's sort of like all coming full circle. So, you know, writing, hosting, acting, you know, it's all the ings.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's awesome. What's the
Yeah.
coolest thing you've done as far as acting, like in your time? What was like one of your best experiences?
Okay, was one of my first experiences. So I was on Law and Order.
Which one?
And SVU.
My cousin's a regular on Law and Order SVU.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's like a regular background cop in the
That's
precinct.
amazing. Well,
So
this
he's
was this was a while ago. This was like a little, like 12 years ago
He
or
was there
something.
for like 15 years, so you
Wow.
may have crossed paths,
That's
which is
amazing.
hilarious.
So yeah, so I was, I played an owner of a women's only strip club, and it was really cool because I was very nervous. It was one of my first shoots. I had done something else, but this was, and Mariska Haggerty was on set, and my part was with her, and I was so nervous, and she just kept saying, "Loosey goosey, loosey goosey," and so like I would just like follow her lead, and it was such a wonderful experience because she was there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
She's an incredible person, and it really made me think that having mentors and being kind to the people around you is so important, because how she was with me affected me for the rest of my life. Like
Exactly.
that positive experience I took into every other situation, and even if other situations weren't as good or weird or this or that, I always had that. And then I think ran into her years later at some event, and I went up to her, and she was like, "Oh, I remember, of course."
Really? That's
and
so
she was
cool.
so wonderful, and so yeah, it's nice too when you meet like a celebrity that's like a really good person, you know,
Yeah.
and you don't discover that they're not so good, you know.
Yeah, which has been my experience with like most celebrities I've
a lot
met.
of a lot of celebrities some people can come across as being like saints, and then you meet them, and then it's so she really.
It must be hard too. Like when you really think about like every minute of every day,
yeah,
you're like
yeah,
being
it's
looked
watched, and people are coming
I
to
can't.
you.
I can't like being. You know, I host private events
Mm-hmm.
and things like that, and I need those moments where I like escape behind the wall by myself to just like just decompress for a second, you know, and kind of take it. So it's yeah, it's
No,
important.
that's so amazing. That's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
amazing. Yeah, so and we're really excited about our network, Sparkz.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool concept. I really like. I came out to that event with Jen last week, which
at
was
10
fantastic.
THX, the Cannabis ETF party. That was amazing.
Oh, that was so much. So you were there.
I was there.
Oh my god! I recognized. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw you
yeah.
running around behind the set.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I mean, I'm so happy that you were able to come check out the event. I mean, we're doing so
was a great
much.
event. It was a
Now
great
we're
event.
starting this digital network, of course, with our content and our interviews, our CEOs, the brands, and we're able to do this because THCX is a company that invests in the licensed cannabis world.
Right.
So
Yeah, I was doing some research, so I actually saw like a lot of a few of the major stocks that they invest in. I've like already kind of done my research and invested in Aurora and Canopy Growth.
right,
and
Canopy's amazing. Yeah.
Canopy's like 7 or 8% of like THCX's holdings. But yeah, I really liked the list. It gave me some
the
ideas.
portfolio,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm jumping on some of these other ones that I didn't hear about and do a little research. But it's cool. I feel like now's the time. Like I'm just investing in the stock market more recently. Like it's kind of finally I have some money to play around with. And I feel like if there's ever a time to jump in on the legal weed stocks, it's right now.
It's like everything's about to explode. It's all happening.
Exactly.
And as we just heard from the Gallup report, 66% of the U.S. actually want marijuana to be legalized. So this is like
That's crazy. There's
a push. And
Yeah, and that's how we're
That's
doing
a high
this.
percentage. I
That's
didn't
why we're
know
doing
it was
this
that high.
content,
Yeah.
to show and spotlight the positives of the cannabis industry. There's so like the stigma. It's negative, but we really are here to show the positive sides of it. And I'm really excited about Sparkz and what we're about to do. The next year is going to look really good for us, just because the cannabis industry is booming right now.
Yeah, this is definitely like the time.
I mean, right now
to do
things have
like this,
happened
too.
and affected it, and of course, compared to last year.
Right.
So, we're
At least here on the East Coast.
Right.
We're like very stunted in the growth of that, and it kills me. It's like I feel like, especially in Jersey and in New York, like we're so forward thinking and we're so like ahead of the curve and I feel like we're
But it doesn't make
very
sense.
intellectually like smart area. Like we're a well-educated area. It's
Right.
like if you're gonna let anybody smoke a little bit of weed, maybe let the like CEOs and Wall Street corporate execs be the safe testies, not testies.
Some of them
testers.
really could use a joint.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Seriously.
Shit, if anybody needs it,
Yeah.
it's easy. The speed that some of these people are moving. I live in Jersey. As much as I love Manhattan, I could never live here, and do like the daily wake up and walk downstairs and people are moving a mile a minute, like just like
Right.
hustling and bustling. I'm like, just can you smoke a joint and like take a step like a little bit slower, step it down a notch, and take it like
Well, I
take
think
in
there's also
life.
this misconception too that if you're stoned or something, you're like totally out of it. But Jennifer had been saying that there's also certain strains that make you function on a very high level and very alert.
Totally.
So that's good to know too. I didn't know
Yeah.
that, because there are these, stigmas, as one says. Like I mentioned the other day, like the dude from The Big Lebowski,
Right,
or
right,
these
right.
are like
Or Cheech and Chong.
right, or
Yeah.
Pineapple Express, and
Right.
there's just these kind of like people walking
idiot
into walls, like Three
and-
Stooges type of thing.
Right.
There's,
Is that why you steered clear of weed until like throughout your life?
That's not really why. I tried it when I was in high school and I got really paranoid.
Okay.
And I don't know if I had like a bad strain, but
I mean, yeah, the first time also has effects.
Yeah, I felt like felt very out of body and out of control. And so it almost had the opposite effect on me that
what
it
you want.
had on like my friends. And so I don't know if I just have ever sort of had the right experience, and maybe it would be the type of thing that, if I were to do it, like I'd want to make sure I was with someone that I was really close to or felt really safe with.
Right. For you, it would be almost like
Yeah.
tripping, like doing mushrooms.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
you'd want to
exactly.
create like a super comfy
Right,
vibe around you.
At least for the, not the first time, but at least in the
If you
beginning.
ever want- Are you like now? So now you work for a weed-centric
Yeah,
company. You think
I
you're gonna
know.
like dip your feet back into the pool, or?
I don't know. I haven't.
I mean, Jen
I know
knows
everyone
her shit.
here is, but they're so cool about it too.
Yeah.
It's not like I ever feel any pressure or anything. You know?
I feel like it's probably a good
Yeah,
thing
it's
to
kind of
have
like,
this
because
like.
I think that there are a lot of people that are very interested in the cannabis business that don't smoke and that
Totally.
don't, you know, I mean, haven't tried CBD oil. You know, they're looking at
100%.
it more from a financial place, and so I think that, you know, I try and ask some of the questions too that I want to know, but maybe some other people might not know as well.
Right.
If
It's
they're
because
not.
a
I
lot
didn't
of
even
it's
know
about
that there were
education.
strains like until a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
You
Okay.
know?
So this is
didn't-
great.
I didn't
like
even know
you're
what Mary Jane was.
No.
No, I swear to God.
Really?
Yeah, Mary
You
Jane.
never heard Mary
No.
Jane
Mm-mm.
before?
I've heard of
I guess
Mary
if you're-
Jane shoes.
And I have not.
Mary Jane's.
Mary Jane. I don't know Mary Jane's.
Yeah, they're like a type of shoe.
Oh, nice. See, like for me, I would always have associated Mary Jane with weed.
Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. Mary Jane's. Mary Jane. Hold on.
Mary.
Hold on. Let me get this straight.
Kate Spade.
No, not Kate Spade. Mary Jane's. Mary Jane.
Shoes.
Jane. Shoes. No, there are.
Let
Okay.
me see.
Mary.
What do they
This
look
is
like?
what Mary Jane's shoes look like. They're not very attractive.
Oh no, they look like little girls' ballet. Like,
yeah, exactly.
dance recital shoes
They're
for
like
like a
little
7-year-old.
kids' shoes. Mary
Yeah.
Jane's. When you're a kid, you wear. They're like. They look like tap shoes.
Yeah, they look exactly
Mary
like tap
Jane's.
shoes.
Yeah, that's what I thought a Mary Jane was.
Oh well, no,
So
it's much better than that.
I am learning.
It's much better. It smells a lot better.
I am learning a lot. I am learning a lot.
But you appreciate the CBD side of
Oh
things, so
yeah.
that's good.
Oh yeah.
And there's like you said,
And-
there's so many products for you to
and also
taste and test.
everyone gets injured here.
Yeah, you were saying
Like
earlier.
lights fall on people. You know when
Yeah,
you're
you got hit
sitting
earlier
there.
outside in the chin.
I
with the
hit
mic.
my chin on with the mic.
It's a good blooper though.
Yeah.
You gotta think about
That's
the blooper
true.
reel.
That's true. You know, I'm also part comedian.
Exactly. There you go. Add it to your repertoire.
Right. But yeah, no, it's great. It's, you know, and I'm learning about. Oh, I heard about another strain, car crash. Have you heard of car crash?
No, but I know like
No, sorry, train
wreck.
Train wreck.
Yeah, train wreck. I know. Yes.
Not car crash.
Car crash. It's a little bit more morbid than train wreck, but I guess less people die in a car crash
Yeah.
than in a train wreck, but they're more
I love how
prevalent.
like my brain works. I'm like some sort of like disaster.
People dying, but weed.
Right. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
No,
have
yeah,
you ever
train wreck's
tried
good.
train wreck?
I have tried train wreck. I like to taste a lot. I taste as many strains as I can until I really find my favorite. Like it's hard because
What's
it's
your
illegal.
favorite? Right.
So my favorite is
So
actually
you
one
you
of
do it all in California.
yes, in
You
California.
take the red eye.
I take the. I love that. That's hilarious. I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that. Exactly. I take the red eye. No, I found actually my favorite strain.
And your eyes get red.
Yes, the red eye with the red eyes. So my cousin lives in LA.
Okay.
So I go out to LA and visit him occasionally.
And that's where you smoke.
That's right.
I wink.
But he's they can't see us as a podcast.
Right,
We
right.
could have just kept it.
I know.
No, they know. We've already openly
Yeah.
discussed this as we are right now. But my cousin would have to go in. I haven't been there since it's been recreational. I've only been there in the medical days when we would pull up outside and I'd be like, all right, I need this.
Right.
Get me an eighth of this, and I get me a couple pre-rolls. And so my favorite is one of those ones that you were saying before makes you like alert and awake,
Right.
which is green crack. It's called.
Whew.
It sounds as intense
Sounds
as it is.
really.
It's pretty.
So that
but
would
it's an
probably make
awaken-
me super paranoid, right?
Yeah, there's definitely paranoia more linked with the sativas.
Oh, really?
Because they have this like awakening kind of effect on you that, whereas like an indica, so the sativas and indicas.
Okay, so tell me the difference between sativas. Oh, how many are there?
There's really just the two, and then there's a
And
hybrid.
what's the difference?
So sativas are more. They make you more alert. They
Okay.
are more energetic. They
Are
make
they
you-
from different parts of the plant?
Same part. It's all the flower.
Okay.
But it's just the strain, like that. The plant itself is either a sativa or an indica, or they make hybrids. So because now everything's about crossbreeding and cross pollinating.
Right. So there are only really two types of marijuana plant,
Right.
or there's a crossbreed.
The crossbreeds are more prevalent than anything else. To even have like a purely indica or a purely sativa plant is kind of rare now, because you want a little bit of the effects from the indica, which is like the heavy muscle relax and physical
So that
relax.
might be best for like pain, indica.
Indica probably for pain would be best. It's relaxing. And then, the hybrids, you get a little bit of both. So
Right.
if you don't want to smoke it, like there's certain indicas that if I smoke them, my day is done. Completely over. If I smoke, there's one
right.
called Gorilla Glue.
Oh, wow.
I guess the idea being that if you smoke it, you're like stuck.
Glued to the-
it would stick a gorilla to the couch, you know. But for me, I use it as like as a sleeping medication, pretty much. Like that's my melatonin. That's my what's the one that Roseanne did and got
melatonin.
all tripped out?
Who? Oh,
Roseanne, what's that sleep?
Ambien?
Ambien.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I can't. Like I'll do Ambien if I take an 8-hour flight.
Right,
You know,
right,
I like
right,
to
right.
pass out, but for the most part, if I smoke like a joint of Gorilla Glue, I won't even get through the whole joint. I'll get through half the joint, and my eyes will just start closing on their own, and I'm like,
Wow.
oh, I guess it's bedtime, and I'll just make my way into bed. It's like if you use weed in a medical way,
Right.
you'll get medical effects, you know? Like, I do smoke very regularly. It's kind of like a big part of my life. My whole family does. In fact, it's kind of like a big part of,
Yeah.
like, I feel like what makes us all we're all very chill, we're all very
Yeah.
creative, you know? So I feel like it kind of not makes me who I am. I don't want to, like, give it all to weed. But I definitely, I'm very high energy. And I, like, if I don't smoke, I'm very, like,
Right,
you know,
right,
I don't know if I've never been diagnosed as like ADHD or anything, but I'm pretty sure that I've got a little bit of something, little ADD going through here. So when I smoke, it just kind of normalizes me and chills me out,
Yeah.
and like I don't get high and sink into the couch and like
Right.
fall
Well, I think
asleep.
that's part of the misconception too, is that people that smoke are just kind of like on the couch doing
Right.
nothing, and it's like, you know, everyone, you know, I'm seeing like people just doing so many things and
Right.
being so productive. So it's like, it seems like it's also in moderation. It seems like it's also about moderation and
is
balance.
key. Yes, balance
You know?
everything in life.
Everything in life is about balance. If
That's
it's
so true.
Too much one way or too much the other.
Yes.
You always kind of
You'll
get
it'll
into some
eventually
danger.
tip.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you kind of want to walk that middle.
Right. And
line.
I definitely, if we're going to keep it with medical terms, I dose daily. But I'm not like overdosing daily. Like I'll roll a joint and I'll take a few hits on it and then I'll put it out and I'll save it for later, you know? And like when I want a couple more, I'll take a couple more. Like I'm not sitting here like going in like crazy and just consuming and consuming and consuming. Also, it's not cheap.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So especially if you're buying it medically, like my friend who we were talking about earlier, who has his medical license, the price at the dispensary has a solid like $50 markup,
Wow.
easily from the street price. So like people.
Is it better quality?
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay. So
But
you kind of like get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for. Also, you're buying it legally, so you're saving
And,
yourself.
I
there.
mean, can it ever be laced with things if you get it from the street? Like, would anyone
it
ever
could
lace
be.
something?
It could be. What that comes down to is like you need to know who you're getting anything that
Like,
you're.
why would anyone lace something though?
Especially weed,
Right?
You know, like if you're gonna lace a drug, people will lace a drug like Molly, like a club
Right,
drug,
because that's
where
like-
they can
cut
use
corners,
it,
yeah.
and they can or use it into like God forbid, like roofie style, like they cut it so that they could follow you home from the club. No one's cutting your weed when they sell it to you with anything. There is a weed that's fake, that is super dangerous.
Really?
Yeah, K2 it's called.
And why is it a fake weed?
So basically,
I've heard the K-hole, right?
no, that's different. That's ketamine.
Oh.
That's ketamine. That's like a crazy drug.
Okay, yeah.
No, but K2 is basically like a fake herb, like a fake marijuana flower, except the flower itself is non-THC. So like people who are getting drug tested or on parole or on probation or whatever the case may be, they can smoke this and
Are you guys
get
still
quote unquote
podcasting?
high. Yes.
We are, yeah.
Oh, because I wanted to introduce you to somebody.
Yeah.
We can
live
we can
on
wrap
air
it up,
or you want to come on? We'll wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up. But this
We
is
can come
Yeah.
back again and we can do like.
Yeah, we could always
This is
we could
such-
pause it and pick it back up.
Yes.
But yes.
I want you to.
Let's
be
do it.
our-
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well,
Awesome. Well, this has been
maybe
such a wonderful conversation.
it has been a
and,
pleasure. Maybe we'll get back into it,
yeah,
maybe not. But
yeah.
let's we'll see how much time we have here. But it's
Awesome.
been a pleasure chatting with you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely follow us at
Yeah.
Jennifer Tapiero, at Jasmine Lobe, at Sparkz Network. We have a lot of good things happening, so I'm excited. So let's take a break.
All right, let's do it.
Hold up.
Wait. Wait.